Good evening, everyone. Late Night Mega here, and tonight we're playing Mega Man X4. So put on your PJs and prepare for some cliches. That was a sweet intro, and you guys know I don't like to talk over intros. It just kind of came up. So, Mega Man X4. This is my... Yes, I just said that. This is my favorite game in the Mega Man X series, and I'll be going over why as we go along here. Here's one of the first things that I really like about this. The player select screen. Now remember, in Mega Man X3, we could play as Zero, but only for brief periods. Here, when you pick a character, that is the character you play as for the entire game. We're going to play as Mega Man X. And we start off with another cutscene. Kind of an ominous scene. So much to explain about the plot. So basically, there's this army called the Repliforce Army, made up of Reploids, and again, this was another attempt at the utopia, trying to create this perfect world where humans and robots can live in peace. And apparently the Repliforce is now attacking the Sky Lagoon. So we're going to head to the Sky Lagoon. We're going to see what's going on. Now, Mega Man X4 is my favorite Mega Man X game because to me it just does everything right. I love the graphical presentation of the X series. I believe this is the best way to showcase the Mega Man X games. And we have a green dragon attacking us. You can fight him back. And you can see he does have a life bar. However, he's completely optional. You do not have to destroy him. I'm going to destroy him, because I like doing that. You don't get any sort of bonus for killing him or anything. So, to beat him, just wait for his... I guess I'm not going to kill him, because he's going to do that. Usually I just wait for him to Yeah. Smash his hand on the floor, and then he's just going to keep doing that. That's okay, we'll move on. Like I said, there's no benefit for killing him, even though he does have a health bar. It doesn't change anything for the plot. And now this whole place is exploding. You're Dragoon from the 14th unit. This isn't good, X. That Maverick just destroyed the power reactor. What? Then the Sky Lagoon will come crashing into the ground. It's too late, X. It's time I made my escape. I suggest you do the same. Don't do anything reckless on the way out, okay? So that was Magma Dragoon. He's, well, he was supposedly with the X-Hunters, or the X-Hunters, the Maverick Hunters. So yeah, X realizes that this whole place is being destroyed and has to escape, and he comes back after it has fallen, and you can just see the devastation in the background. And like I said, I really like the graphical presentation of this. We're into the PlayStation era of Mega Man games, so we had the kind of trilogy on the Super NES with X, X2, and X3, and now we have X4, X5, and X6 on the PlayStation. I love the shadow effects behind Mega Man X when you dash. But overall, this is an intro stage. Do be aware of those falling blocks. They can crush you, and that's just not a good time. But other than that, this isn't really too difficult of an intro stage. So it's a great warm-up for the X series. One thing I don't like, however, is the new life bar. That was a one-up I picked up, by the way. You just need to move really fast out of there. I like the life bar that shows us the bars. It makes it easier to see, like, where you're exactly at as far as health, but this is okay. And I love this music. The only thing I'm sad about is that we don't get to hear this music again. This is the only place we hear this boss fight music. You're very close to me. But overall, fairly standard intro boss. This is the green dragon we saw in the first part of the stage. If you killed him before, you still have to fight him here. But he's not too difficult for an intro boss, but he does present at least more challenge than previous intro bosses. And I love the explosion effects. Too bad we didn't get to see the full effect there, because we were kind of off screen from most of the explosion. But now we meet the Colonel of the Repliforce. And so X is trying to figure out what's going on here. One thing I want to mention about the explosion effect for the bosses that are defeated, that explosion effect will carry on throughout not only the rest of the X series, but also into the Zero series and the ZX series. It follows the same kind of pattern. And Mega Man X4 was the game that set the pace for that. So that's really cool. And Colonel here is refusing to drop his weapon and come back to Maverick Hunter HQ to try and talk and reason this out. And so the Repliforce is going to be labeled as Mavericks, and we're going to see that they do kind of turn Mavericks. So this is kind of a train wreck for us. And I love his teleporting. Alright, let's save our game here. Not over that one. I guess this one will do. And I think we have one more cutscene that we're going to show. And Sigma's happy about this.
The general has finally taken action. And now my Maverick hunters, what will you do? I'll be watching closely from here on out.
Oh, wait, I guess we're gonna meet this guy. So, this guy is Double. He's a rookie hunter. And, yeah, so the Repliforce has kind of declared war against the Maverick Hunters and the humans to break free and make their own utopia for only Reploids. And this is one part I kind of don't like about Mega Man X4. It kind of goes through this long intro of introducing the stages. Normally I just keep Dragoon. He's now a trader. I guess it does kind of introduce the stages and what we're doing in them, so that's kind of cool. But I kind of wish, and that's the Maverick there that destroyed the Sky Lagoon. Not this guy, the one before him. I do kind of wish that this was introduced in maybe a slightly different way. I don't know, this just kind of makes for a long intro when you've played this game so many times and you just have to keep rapidly pressing the button to move through this text. But I'm going to leave it off here.